one survival rule they tell us is that if everything falls apart, the best way to survive is to become a lone wolf. But both the Bible and modern science tell a very different story. In fact, trying to survive alone may be the quickest way to fail. Many of us believe that survival is all about being tough and independent. We think that if we have enough supplies, the right tools, and enough determination, we'll be fine no matter what happens. But let's look at one of the greatest survival stories ever told, the Book of Job. In one terrible day, Job loses his wealth, his children, and later even his health. His whole life falls apart. Most people would think the best thing to do is to pull away from everyone. Stay alone. Deal with the pain by yourself. But that's not how people are designed. Think about wolves. They hunt in packs because working together gives them a much better chance of surviving. Humans are the same. When we're alone during stressful situations, our brains become more fearful. We begin to notice every danger, but struggle to see possible solutions. That's why isolating yourself during a crisis usually makes things worse. Let's be honest. Some people think survival means hiding alone in a bunker with years of food. But humans didn't survive throughout history because we were the strongest. We survived because we worked together. We helped each other solve problems. When you cut yourself off from everyone, you lose one of your greatest survival tools: other people. When Job's friends heard what happened, they came to see him. For 7 days, they simply sat beside him without saying anything. At first, that seems strange, but science shows they were actually doing something very important. People who spend a lot of time together often influence each other's stress levels. When you're afraid or calm, your body gives off signals through your breathing, your body language, your voice, and even tiny chemicals your body releases. The people around you pick up on those signals. This means if you're leading your family or your team during a crisis, your emotional state matters. If you stay calm, you help others stay calm too. But if you panic, your fear spreads quickly. Research has also shown that people stop trusting leaders who act one way today and another way tomorrow. If your words don't match your actions, people eventually stop believing you. Good leadership isn't about pretending everything is okay. It's about being steady and trustworthy, even during hard times. One of the most surprising parts of Job's story comes at the end. God tells Job to pray for the same friends who misunderstood him and said hurtful things. That couldn't have been easy, but it teaches us an important lesson. Scientists who study social animals have noticed something interesting. Animals that live in groups often repair relationships after conflict because staying united is more important than winning an argument. Humans are no different. Holding onto bitterness keeps your body under stress. Your heart works harder. Your mind stays focused on the past instead of the problem in front of you. That's dangerous during a crisis. Here's Job's survival rule. Repair broken relationships as quickly as possible. If the group falls apart, everyone becomes weaker. Many people think forgiveness is only about being spiritual, but forgiveness also helps your mind and body recover from stress. It frees your energy so you can focus on moving forward instead of carrying yesterday's pain. Here's something interesting that scientists recently discovered. A study found that simply giving food isn't enough for animals to fully trust someone. What matters even more is whether that person is reliable and predictable. The same is true for people. You can't earn lasting trust just by providing money, food, or supplies. People follow leaders they can depend on. If your emotions change every minute, if your decisions are unpredictable, if nobody knows how you'll react, people slowly lose confidence in you. Resources can make you useful, but consistency makes you a leader. The Book of Job is much more than a story about suffering. It teaches us how to survive life's hardest moments when everything around you feels uncertain. Stay connected to the people who matter. Stay connected to God. Real survival isn't about being the toughest person in the room. It's about becoming the person others can rely on. Every crisis brings confusion and uncertainty. That's what wears people down. Faith gives you something solid to stand on when everything else is changing. It becomes your compass when life no longer makes sense. When you trust God, stay true to your values, and protect your relationships, you stop letting fear control every decision. Instead of being carried by the storm, you become the anchor. And when everything around you is uncertain, the people who survive are usually the ones who hold onto something that never changes.